amazing crafts done by amazing people. A wonderful idea turned into a massive business. Supporting the locals as the locals support the shop. Let's begin from where it all started.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Viaje. I'm an intern here in the local store. So basically, in the local store, we display mga local products by mga small businesses or like mga online stores. Okay, at first you wanted to build like a concept store. Nakita ngayon sa mga malls, everywhere. But then you wanted to make it unique. That's why we stick to only local products. We wanted to support mga fellow entrepreneurs na mga may small businesses, na online stores, ganyan. We wanted them to have a place for them to display their products. And then para nabibili, kasi it's easier to shop in physical stores kaysa pag online stores, di ba? Yung malaming size or sometimes different siya when it arrives doorstep mo. That's why we built this store para matulungan din sila. Okay, first is the market here in Taft. We thought that all students would want a shop like this, like right beside the school mismo. And then we wanted to promote mga local entrepreneurs and mga small businesses talaga. Like, we wanted to promote them and then help them. La local store is such a great place na meron kaming workshops every week. And then, screen out namin yung mga products that we sell. Dapat hindi galing sa ibang bansa, ganyan. Like, dapat handmade talaga. We really wanted to support the talents of local Filipinos. So, we asked people that we know, kunwari gusto nila mag-display ng items nila in our store, and then we message them. Madami sa Instagram, like we follow them and then ask, like, would you like to display your items, ganyan.
Let's not wait for the demand or the trend to die, no? Rather, let's try to improve the product first, in a such that our product should be resilient, no, to the needs of the market. So for us, let's not wait, because in the product life cycle, diba, we have the growth, the introduction, the growth, and the maturity and the decline. Yes, we cannot avoid the decline stage, but let's try to prolong the maturity or the growth stage. Let's try to invest in the research and development so we can address the needs and the wants of our customer. Because in the 21st century, people nowadays tend to be more choosy. Actually, the question of Professor Robert Rosenblum, he asked, what do you know what is the challenge of the 21st century? Actually, the challenge of the 21st century is not to meet the customer expectation, but rather to exceed the expectation of people. So for us, we need to conduct researches so we can exceed the expectation of people. Because if we can exceed the expectation of people, the demand or their willingness to purchase that product, to get that services, will be lesser, no? Yung kumbaga parang the chance of losing the game is little.
Basically, we promote each other. They will promote our shop and then we will promote theirs. Parang ganon. So, medyo give and take. Exposure din siya talaga. Like, since tintag naman namin sila. And super accessible kasi yung store namin. In between condos and right beside the school.
For me, the best marketing strategy that can help the businesses to help them grow is we need to understand our market. It is not enough to know the needs and wants of our customer. Rather, we need to know their behavior. First, how they buy, where they buy, when they buy, and who buys. So because if we really understand their behavior, no, kasi pwedeng we know their their preference. Like we know their needs and we know their want, but we don't know when they buy. We don't know who buys for that product. That's the most important for me. The best marketing strategy that we can do is to know the behavior of our target market. That will help us to not only to meet their expectation, rather we can exceed the customer expectation. Because at the end of the day, if we exceed the expectation of our customers, we want them to be happy. We need to make the best happen for them.
But what do the artists think about this? Quote, we consign it to the local because we want to further the reach of our products and support or promote local. We sell print items like comics, stickers, and postcards, which are usually sold in conventions. Rather, people think they can only be bought there, so we wanted our items to be available to people who can't go to those events, and also normalize these kinds of merch in mainstream media. Well, of course, I'm happy when my merch gets sold, especially out of cons. It proves that there's a demand for these kinds of items and inspires me to supply more. Also proves that the local scene is not dead. End quote. Shops that supports local artists and encouraging them to sell their products in their shop, collaborating with them, and be partners for the shop. Local artists deserve better exposure to their greatest crafts. This is one of the things that these shops have to offer, showing our very own artists in their own creative ways. Truly, the whole shop is their own craft in progress.
Hi everyone, we would like to invite you to the local store grand opening on April 20th at 1 p.m. First 10 people would get free cactus from us. See you there!